That shit happens, bro. It's
They're all
different from those
sweating and shit.
15-minute motos. I mean, 15-minute mains in Supercross. It's way different, bro. It's like two of those back to back, nonstop.
Yeah, yeah, no, it is, and the track's way different. Excuse me, higher speeds.
Hmm. You gotta constantly be on it.
All right, we live?
Yeah, we live right now.
All right.
Let me see. I'm about to go on my live right now and see if I can hear y'all.
Mic check. Mic check.
Yep, I can hear us.
Nice. Okay. So this is gonna be interesting. Interesting first moto, first race of the season. Hangtown. Super fast track, right? I'm excited to see this 450 Moto 1.
It's gonna be a good one for sure. It's gonna be a good one for sure.
I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of the riders who were doing great in Supercross season, not doing so great in the qualifying times today. And the people that were running mid-pack in the Supercross season, they're more to the top of the qualifying times. So
Yeah,
I'm really, really excited to see what's going to break down today, who's going to hang in there. We got 30-minute moto. I'm excited.
it's gonna be very exciting. It's the hype has been building for Kuno and Barry to take it outside. So 2 weeks felt like 6 months, bro. I've been waiting to see this, and like Skur was what second fastest in qualifying, I believe. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Skirt is feeling really, really good today. He was really worried. We talked a lot during our break, and he was a little worried going into outdoors, but I think he found his groove, his spike setup. He's feeling good.
yeah. TC with the last gate pick on Dress with 14th, and Bauer with 15th. It's only what? Yeah, damn. TC's gonna get that way outside. Let's see how that. Hopefully they let me get the.
Here we go. 450 Moto 1 gate down.
Bush with the whole shot.
Bush.
Barry up front
Barry right
early.
out front.
Bush took it back though. Lee Friday at 6 up front. Bear with me while we fix these cameras just so we could see everybody. We're gonna try to get some different angles for y'all too. I keep fucking up on the pop's camera. Oh, fucked up again. There's a couple people back here I didn't think I was gonna see back here early on. You got Barry up front, Bush in second, Kuno taking second from Bush, Handy in fourth, 10th and fifth. Okay, Trey, we haven't seen him in a while.
Oh,
And
Bear's got a
Dress,
three
rookie.
star, sitting in 13th, going down again. Oh man, these other guys have been on like for a second. Ning and Roger on 11th.
Skirt,
Hammer.
dead last right now. He's gonna have to pick it up. He has 30 minutes though, so they're gonna have to hurry up because Barry already has a 2-second lead over Kuno. How do you guys think this is gonna play out between Kuno and Barry here today? Kuno was fastest qualifier with a 130. Kuno with a 132. Okay, so Barry with a 136, 130.6. Kuno with a 133.2. How do you think it's gonna play out?
So this is what from the experience being on the track now as it breaks down. We all know Bruno's a little bit more of a technical rider, right? And I think that's what can come into play. Coming on that halfway point, on the 2-minute mark. The track's changing so much that roads are getting super deep. The cornering is much different. Everything's going to be just a little bit different. But Barry, he's fast.
Yeah. Trey Weezy, who we haven't seen in a long time. Number 98 on that Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki, sitting in ninth right now. Got injured in, I believe, March of Supercross. You know, he's back, so let's see how he does. He has his teammate TC and Cliff right behind him, wrapping up 9th, 10th, and 11th. Stinking Roger is up to 12. Damo on that Chaparral Honda up to 13th. Skirt from last to 14th with Drip right behind him in 15th. And La Pops is in dead last. Drip goes down.
Drip goes down.
Yeah, Drip went down. So let's see how Drip can recover, because unlike Supercross, you know, these tracks aren't really that technical. They're technical, but they have a lot of speed, and Drip has that. So I wonder if he, within this 26 minutes, what can he do? We're going to go back up to the front right now. Barry with a 5-second lead, running a 1:29.9. Man, that's faster than his qualifying time, right? Kuno with a 1:31.7, 5 seconds behind him. So hopefully Kuno can try to find that pace to try to challenge him, because right now it's looking like Barry's gonna go get a win. But we still have a lot of time, so you don't want to call it right now. 4K Trey up to third with Bush and Andres fighting for fourth. This is Andres' first race with us. He's on that Red Bull Factory KTM. Bush making his return. He's fighting the flu right now, which is crazy. So for him to be in fourth, fighting the flu, that's a win in my book. Handyman D in sixth. We saw him do pretty good 2 weeks ago in the last Supercross round in Fort Dodge. So let's see what he can do in AMA Pro Motocross. Trey up to eighth.
Sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties with kids.
Take your time, man.
So I don't know about you, but you know, when you're in the heat of the moment out here in this track, you know, 30 minutes might seem like a long time, but for me, it went by really fast. You know, the track broke down really fast. This is of course just my opinion, but you know, I bring that up because you know, these guys are so locked in, right? We're seeing that out of Barry right now. You know, we're 8 seconds lead on, it's just crazy how fast the time can go. That locked in.
And just to add on to what you were saying, I mean, that our first moto did seem kind of quick. Like, it seemed like me and you were battling for like what, 5-6 minutes. I had a mistake. I look up, we have 13 minutes left. Look up again, we have 6. Look up again, the two lap board is out. You know what I mean? So, you know, they do have more time than Supercross, but since this particular track, Hangtown, is such a high speed track that it's gonna go by like it's a regular 20-minute Supercross main.
Yeah, absolutely. Going up to the front here, watching Barry, looking smooth as always. Where is our boy Skirt at? Sitting back in 13th right now. Not a great start for Skirt. I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen. You know, a lot of the practices we've been doing with you know, the tracks breaking down and such. It seems to me that we've been getting faster lap times on the HRC Hondas when the track breaks down to its fullest extent. So I'm excited to see what Skirt can bring.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what Skirt can bring in. And I'm watching Kuno right now. He looks, I'm gonna be honest with you, he doesn't look very comfortable on the bike. If you go look at Barry, Kuno's looking a little stiff. I don't know, maybe they need to work on the bike a little bit more for Moto 2, but as of right now, Kuno's looking very uncomfortable, very stiff. He's taking all the safe lines, and it just seems like Barry is just kind of...
we got a battle for third and fourth.
4K Trey and Handy with Andres right behind them. So yeah, let's just watch this for a second. We're gonna watch from Andres' point of view since he's looking at both of them right now. 4K Trey with a massive whip. Handyman just straight up and over. 4K Trey going almost off the track, allowing Handyman D to get into that third place position. Let's see how 4K Trey can respond, because 4K Trey is very fast in SX, but it seems like right now outdoors he's kind of going a little too fast. Like, you don't want to go too fast outdoors because those acceleration bumps boost you in speed, but also those braking bumps will hit you. And if both that front wheel's not on the ground and that rear wheel is up, you're gonna go over the bars.
Goes off the track, finds himself back in fifth right now.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you want to be smooth going through all these corners. If you're going, you know, full throttle to the bar as fast as you can go, just because the bike will allow you, and the track will allow you to do that, you're slamming into these corners. It's just not a smooth output, right?
No, it's like you're sandbagging it, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hitting the tough blocks, hitting the banners, hitting the, you know, call them SpongeBob's, a lot of people call them SpongeBob's, but, you know, the side markers, you know, those things, especially if the track breaks down, they really start to throw you if you're not being more precise and smooth going into those.
Yeah. Cool. You got Stinging Roger passing 4K Trey. Stinging Roger was actually in like what, I believe it was like 14th, 15th. Now he's moving his way up. Trey passing him back. I'm very curious to see how Stinging Roger's are going to do, because we've been seeing him at test tracks. I've been looking at the leaderboards. He's got speed, but you know, just because you got the fast time on the leaderboard doesn't mean shit when you come into this 30-minute main when everybody is just as fast as you, if not faster.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. 100%.
Is there any other good battles going on? I'm trying to give everybody a good amount of camera time. You got Temp and Damo going at it for the top 10 position right now. And you got a group of 3 riders. That's Skirt in 12th, Cliff in 13th, La Pops in 14th, TC in 15th, and Drip is still in the last place position. He still got a lot of time, man. Drip can make some moves. I don't know if it's a bike issue. I don't know if he's on that 2025. I spoke to him probably like 2 weeks ago. He said the 2025 is a little bit heavy. He was going to be testing the 2024. I recommend him to go way back to the 2021 model if HRC still had that thing in production. So I'm curious to see what he's running and what he chose to go with as La Pops crashes into the banner. Didn't fall though. TC right behind him. Skr with a 134. Skr's running faster than that in qualifying. Like I said, he was second in qualifying. I know for a fact he's on that 2025 Honda.
And that line that Skr just took right there, taking that outside, actually cut down on a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. He did. That was a very smooth line.
Ready to battle Frontier for 10.
Damo having a okay moto. This is his rookie debut in the 450 Pro Motocross class. He did pretty decent in the Supercross. Skr is taking every line he can to cut that time, which is very smart, because with 19 minutes left, as you guys can see, the track's not really broke down that much. It's not. You know, it's still breaking down, so there's still a lot of speed that, you know, that Skr can show, but I feel like at this point the track is not rutted, it's slippery. Like, I don't know if it felt that way for you guys. Blur, I know Blur, you're in here. KC, before it got too rutted, it got slippery.
Yeah,
So
it definitely felt slippery for me. So much, in fact, where I felt like I broke the inside rut and got on the outside line.
yeah, Trey Weezy fighting with a 134.11. I talked to him earlier too. He said, I'm just trying to come out here, do what I know how to do. He hasn't raced, like I said, since like March, so he doesn't really know if he's on the pace. But I say sitting in 9th on a full gate is not where Trey would want to be, but it's a great start, because mind you, if you guys are just tuning in at home, this is only round 1, 450 Moto 1. We have a whole nother moto out of 12 rounds. So there's I hope these guys don't burn themselves out too much, because we're not even at the halfway point yet.
I'm noticing here, even since Barry did break away from Kuno, he's still holding that 8 to 9 second gap. Barry's not really gaining, Kuno's not gaining on Barry either.
Do you think, I'm answering you, but I'm watching this battle for, I think it's 5th, with Stinging Roger, Bush, and Crip. Do you think Kuno's kind of holding back? Because, okay, let's look at it from an overall standpoint. Kuno gets second, right? this moto, right? Let's just say points as they run. Kuno gets second. He has 22 points. Barry finishes first. He has 25. If that flips in Moto 2 and Kuno gets first, Barry gets second, Kuno goes home with the overall and the red plate.
Yeah,
so do you think that's kind of a strategy?
Yeah, it could definitely be. He could just be settling in and saying, you know what, I have another moto. I'm sitting good in second place. He has quite a gap on third right now. You know, maybe he's just riding his race.
Yeah.
It's not typical Kuno fashion. You know, typically he's chasing Barry all the way to the end, but knowing that he has that second moto, I think he definitely just settling in. And he could also be waiting for the track to break down and seeing if Barry makes any mistakes.
Exactly. That'd be very smart. Don't want to burn yourself out and try to battle a person for a whole, what, I would say 32 to 36 minutes. You know, just want to just like, you know, keep your pace. Speaking of keeping your pace, Sting and Roger went up to 15th, went from 15th to 6th right now, and it looks like he may can catch 5th, because 5th is only about, I would say, like 5 seconds away from him, so you never know. We've seen him come back from last to 3rd at Indianapolis and Supercross, so. Ooh, 4K Trey jumped over that banner. I don't know how he didn't get reset. Okay. But if it was me, if it was me. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. 4K Trey, if you watching, I ain't mad at you. I'm just saying, if it was me, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Andres moved up from like 8th to 4th. Who's Handy top 3, kind of like in no man's land. So pretty good for Handy. Kuno hasn't been able to break that 131.7. Like I said, let me get a different angle. Mind you, if you guys are watching at home, this is your defending outdoors champion, 2-time Supercross champion. He just won 2025 450 Supercross, SMX champion. So it's just it's curious to see how he's going to respond with being 10 seconds back. It's just last year Kuno, I feel like he okay, now looking back at it, Kuno didn't win Moto 1. We came here last year for outdoors, and he didn't win Moto 1, but he came out and won Moto 2. So maybe it's the same strategy. I don't know. Like you said, he's staying within that 10 to 8 second mark. He's not letting Barry get too far. Yeah, Barry gapped him a little bit, but you know, it's still a little bit under half of this moto to go, so anything can happen. Anything. We've seen KC go from 3rd, 4th to 2nd in the last 15 minutes, so anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's keeping that, what I call the Cooper Webb and Eli Tomac mentality, just trying to stay close to Barry in case Barry messes up, then he can capitalize on any chance he's given.
Exactly, because we just ran one. Those 30 plus 2s is not for you to just try to go boss to the wall for the whole moto. You're gonna burn yourself out, and the track is gonna eat you up. You gotta pace yourself. You gotta go ahead.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. And see those 2 inside lines. If you're watching those 2 inside lines that Kuno just took, do you think those are faster, or do you think him sweeping that outside in 3rd is a little bit faster because he can slingshot? And I mean, I know those 450s have power to do that double regardless, but I would say that outside's a little bit faster.
From the 250 race that we just got done doing, I found taking that outside line was actually faster earlier in the moto, because that's one of the main lines that every rider is going to be choosing. Because as you just said, if you take that outside line, you're hitting that double and right into that corner. Whereas later in the moto, this track is going to get beaten up, it's going to get rough, it's going to get harder to control these bikes. So later in the moto, that inside line actually is faster. I was behind Jake by, 10 seconds, and I was able to get right up next to him by the final lap by taking all these inside turns, because all the inside is where nobody was really taking.
It's still clean track later in the moto. Yeah, that's smart. Because I'm watching Barry right now. He's ripping the outside. I wish I knew what gear he was in. It's probably like 3rd or 4th, but he's ripping. If you guys are watching at home, you see that 129.9. He's the fastest one on the track right now. 2nd is 2 seconds behind him. 3rd is further than that. You know what I mean? So everybody's no, everybody looks like they're in that 133, 134 mark. Pops with 135 and 11. Damn, he worked his way back up too. He was 15th. Damo fell back. TC down. Drip passing him. Let's see what Drip can do. It looks like Drip, like I said, Drip is putting up a fight. Look at that group he has in front of him.
And this is where the HRC practice comes into play. Okay, so we practice on nothing but the max that we on the tracks, and you know, so we are always pushing ourselves to be as fast as we possibly can when these tracks break down. I think we're about to see that coming out of Drip right now.
As he passes Damo on that Chaparral Yamaha for 14th, and he flew right past him, dude. That's my teammate. Damo's my teammate, but speed is speed.
Yep.
Oh, is he about to get somebody else?
Yep.
Drip is making some passes. That inside, yeah. See, that's when you're supposed to protect that inside. If Drip would have went to that outside, that would allow Cliff to be in front of him. And you guys know when you pass somebody and you got to pass them again, it kind of fucks with your mental. It's like, damn, I just passed you. Now I'm stuck but in your pace again. I feel like within 11 minutes left, Drip can get he can get a top 10 because they're right there in front of him. He just has to stay smooth and stay consistent.
He's running 10th right now.
Let's look up.
I'm sure he's not happy about, especially having some quick qualifying times. But he did have that rough start. And,
Yeah, he did. He did.
You know, it's okay. He's shown right now that he's still a top 10 rider. You know, and again, we still got 10 minutes left in this race. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Drip move up 3 spots in a matter of half a track.
Yeah.
So this is where it starts to get exciting.
Sting and Roger caught and passed 4K Trey. They're battling right now. Sting and Roger in 5th from 15th. Oh, 4K Trey kind of tried, but I wouldn't say that was a T-bone. I feel like, I don't know. I know you guys at HRC.
Looks like he lost control of the bike going down the hill right there.
Yeah, he didn't. He hit that. He hit that rear brake instead of tapping that front brake. You know, when you hit that rear brake, it locks that back tire up. It kind of makes you just, yeah,
drift around.
Mm-hmm.
Move back up to the front here to see the time for Barry. We're still sitting at that 7, 8, 9-second gap. Barry getting some pretty big lines here. Looking comfortable still. Not looking overworked, just kind of riding this race.
Sting and Roger in 5th. Andres in 4th. Handy still in 3rd. Kuno. Yeah, Kuno good. If Handyman D gets a podium, mind you, this is his pro 450 debut. He ran some Supercross races, but this is outdoors. How do you think that's gonna push him into Moto 2? Do you think he's gonna try to go challenge Kuno, or do you think he even has the speed to challenge Kuno?
Sorry, I was not part of that. Who were you asking about?
Handyman D, if he gets a 3rd in this Moto 1, how do you think that's gonna push him for Moto 2? Do you think he's gonna try to challenge Kuno? I mean, granted, Kuno has what? Like a 20, yeah, like a good little 20-second gap on him. But like 10, yeah, like 10-second gap.
Yeah.
But Moto 2 is a whole different story. Starts are gonna be different. Gate choices might be different.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that being said too, the nerves are shaking off. These guys now seeing what the track's gonna do, how it's gonna break down.
Barry with a reset.
Where they want to be, and especially like Skirt, I think we're gonna see a lot more out of Skirt on the Moto 2. Same with Drip. I think we're gonna see a lot more out of him on Moto 2 as well. Kuno, I'm not 100% sure on. He's one of my teammates, and I'd love to see him, do a 1-2 today. But at the end of the day, I think maybe he needs to go back to the garage, the shop, and figure out the bike setup.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. He's still looking like he's riding stiff. It's not the typical Kuno that I know you guys went around, but Kuno last year he was flowy. He wasn't taking big lines, but he was a little bit more risky, if you will. You get what I'm saying? Looks like right now he's playing safe. I know those 2025 bikes just came out like 3 weeks ago, so maybe he's not used to it. I know me and you were talking last week, and we were saying like it's different. You can't set up your 24 how you set up your 25. So maybe he just hasn't found that setup yet. But in my opinion, right now he's riding stiff, but he's still looking pretty good because it sets him up to go make those changes. Because he has like what 36 minutes in between his motos to go try to find the setup. So it sets him up perfectly to go get a win second moto and bring home that overall for HRC.
Yeah, absolutely. Went back to skirt here. Looks like he dropped back to 11th and 10th.
Mm.
And he's actually kind of battling with the Pops. We've seen those two battle a couple of times throughout the SX season. I didn't honestly expect this today. I honestly expected to see skirt way further up, not battling with the people that he was battling with that SX season.
Not to very interesting. Not to cut you off, we're gonna go back to skirt right now. But Crypt Keeper went from 6th to 4th over Sting and Roger, and Dress went from 5th to 6th, and Dale went from 4th to 5th. So something happened with those three, and Crypt kind of has Roger by 3 seconds, and Roger has Andres by 3 seconds, and 4K Trey is right there, 4 seconds behind them. So that can kind of play into something. Temp and Trey have been battling the whole moto for the A. Bush, yeah, Bush is ahead of skirt. La Pops is trying to get up on skirt. Do I think, honest take on La Pops, great rider. He looks good on that S-Car. Well, Yoshimura Suzuki, sponsored by S-Car. But I feel like he just has to dig a little more deep as you see him just slip out that rut. If he was to slow down a little bit more for that inside rep, because that Suzuki 450 is already a wide bitch. That's a BBW of a bike. So you really gotta really sit there and like slow down. And I don't know what his brake settings is at, but it seems like when he does brake, it bike comes to a whole sudden stop, like he has it on hard 3. What he really needs to be running is maybe a hard 1, hard 2, so that way the bike can roll into the rut. Because compared to the Yamaha, Cali, or Honda, those are some petite bitches. This Suzuki is a 380-pound woman. You gotta know how to work that motherfucker. You know, like, go ahead.
80s Cadillac.
That's what I'm saying. That's an old Fleetwood, bro. Like, you know, like.
No, it is. But
Right.
you know what? I think the Pops does a great job handling the bike.
Yeah, he does. Most definitely does.
Some great things out of him in that section. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table in this, pro motocross season.
Yeah.
You know, I really think things are going to change as the months go on. We have a long season ahead of us. You know, everybody's looking to grab that red plate. You know, we kind of expected everybody to kind of be battling as hard as possible right off the rip. You know, especially if you're not on Team HRC, you know, we're kind of the team that everyone wants a piece of, right? We took 2 championships home over the last season, which that's great. But at the end of the day, you know, we got the white flag on our back, man. Everyone's chasing us, you know. So
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Hey, let me add to that. Like, those who are watching at home, cause we got like 11, 12 people watching. HRC has been probably, if one of the most, if not the most dominant team from the SX season. Last year, Friday at 6, which was Friday at 5, went undefeated in the outdoor season. Did not win every race, but won every overall. HRC came in Supercross, won the 450 title a round early, won the 250 title 2 to 3 rounds early. So right now, HRC has a big target on their head, and that's why it's like Kuno needs to respond. Like, with 3 minutes left, he needs to respond. He's 12 seconds back right now as he just crossed the finish line. He needs to respond. Sting and Roger got around Crypt Keeper for 4th. Handyman D is still in 3rd. Yeah. And you see, Barry hasn't beat his fastest lap time. He's been running like 133s, 134s. It's just he's keeping that. He's been very consistent. I've only seen him get reset once. You see how he went to that outside and kind of slowed down so he wouldn't get sucked into that outside rub between the actual berm and the banner. And it seems like, watch how Kuno goes through it. Just slows down. He like, it's like he clutch pushes in the middle. I don't know. I thought they were going to be a lot closer. That's all I'm going to say. I thought they were going to be a lot closer.
Absolutely. I did jump back here to skirt. Still is kind of climbing on Bush for that still see the fight in spirit right now. He hasn't given up. He hasn't settled it. He's taking different mind choices. He's still fighting, and you know that's good to see. That's good to see. He's not just settling for where he's at. He knows
Exactly.
more. So that's great. But yeah, absolutely. You know, fall back on. You know, for me personally, you know, I think even everybody in the 250 class probably expected to be out on top in the first moto. So for me to get gapped by, you know, that 20, 25 second range, not only shocked myself, it shocked everybody at home too that's followed through and watched all these races. So anything can happen out in these races, right? You know, it's not easy. It's not, you know, you're not just going to jump in and do this against some of these guys, and it's just crazy.
Thing that kind of hit or kind of catch on to what you're saying though is that whenever we get new riders in this league, we always tell them they're always interested in who are the fastest guys here. I mean, we just got done with Supercross, and yeah, we had Barry, Kuno, and Dale as the fastest guys in Supercross. But the thing is that these guys have to remember, Supercross and motocross is a whole different beast. You got to be able to tame that. So yeah, you can have a couple guys fast in Supercross, but we don't actually know what we are getting into when motocross starts, and this is a prime example of what we're witnessing today.
Drip up to 12.
Anybody who actually, you know, follows the you know, real life pro motocross championship, look at Cooper Webb, who came, you know, won a Supercross championship, came out and blew up his bike. You know, first round, first moto, you know, that, things like that can happen, right? And, you just, I feel like a lot of people expect the top champions to come out and just win all the time. And unfortunately, you know, unless you're Hunter Lawrence, you ain't doing it.
Yeah.
So
Trey stop. Wow.
Drip stop?
No, Trey stop. Trey stopped. Yeah. I gotta put the blue flag out for Dama. I didn't even think, like I said, I didn't think people were gonna get lapped. Well, 3 laps to go. It seems legit. Trey pulled off. I don't know if his bike blew up. I'm not sure. Barry stretched it out to 16 seconds.
Handyman still holding on to third place here.
Handyman, he's been pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. Dale up to 4th from 15th, which is expected. We got a good battle right here, going for 6 right now. 4K Trey and Undress. Let's just watch this right now. Both trying to go to the inside. 4K Trey steps him up. Andres is gonna get reset. I already knew that was gonna happen. That battle's kind of over. He has Temp right behind him. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the live. 2 lap board is out. This is 450 Moto 1 AMA SMX round 1 of outdoors, Hangtown 2024. Mind you, I'm gonna end this live when the moto's over, but y'all could come right back and watch 250 Moto 2, but it's gonna be from my point of view because I'm gonna be racing. If you want to watch coverage like this for 250 Motos, head over to Drip Gang TV. I'm gonna put it in the chat so you guys know.
Rocker, do we have any,
Come on, brain, think of the word.
privateers? Do we have any privateers out here today?
Right now, let's see.
I don't think so.
We got X Berry Friday at 6. He just went one. He just won the. He just won the 450 main. I mean
We got
main
Kuno
Moto
and
One.
Honda.
HRC Handyman Friday at 6. Singing Roger Yoshimura Factory Suzuki. Crypt Keeper Yoshimura Factory Suzuki. 4K Trade Team HRC Honda. Temp Friday at 6. Red Bull Factory KTM Friday at 6. HRC Yoshimura Suzuki. HRC Pro Circuit Factory Kawasaki. Chaparral Factory Supported. No privateers in the 450 man. I mean Moto 1. No privateers.
What about 250 class? What about KMS?
He's factory supported. Yeah.
I'm curious to see how he does on outdoor season. I know he didn't have a great Supercross season, but I am curious to see how he does. We are here wrapping up Moto 1, 450 class. Do you want to do some top 3 posts?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Invite the top 3.
So, Barry, Kuno, and Handy.
Mm-hmm. Skirt finished 10th.
Yeah,
the pop finished 11th. Drip from last place to 12th is not what he wanted, but it's better than being last the whole race. I can honestly say that, and he worked for it. It wasn't handed to him, so kudos to him. I know he's not going to be happy with it, but hopefully he finds that setup and gets it done for Moto 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got to screenshot these results.
I'm actually really surprised by Handy's ride, and that dude's looking very confident on that Yamaha.
Very confident. Very, very confident. While you guys are while you guys are doing the interviews, I'm gonna do the points real quick.
All right.
I'm good. I'm taking. What do we have? We have Barry and who else?
Barry, Kuno, and Handy.
Okay.
If they decide to join.
I'm
Decide to join in on this one. Which is alright. We can always catch them after Moto 2.
Yep.
If they don't want to join it, it'll be. You see? Oh, Drip's calling out some people. Drip got fucked a couple of times though, so I see it. I see why.
We can have the AMA crew review the entire race and make any decisions on what needs to be done later.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
We got Kuno in here.
What's up?
What's going on?
Just 1 second, Kuno. Let's try it. We're gonna try and get Barry in here real quick.
Right.
While we're trying to get Barry in here, let's hear from Skirt real quick.
Oh, honorable mention, huh?
He's still loading.
Hey, I'm still live too.
Hey, it works. It works. Okay, so check this out. Honestly, I'll say this. I'm not even mad. I thought that when I got fucked up a little bit in the start, I'd be able to make up for it because I was quicker than most people. And my problem was my competitors didn't agree with that. So I was in last place on lap 1. That's never where you want to be. Got up to 10th place. I probably could have gotten up to like realistically 7th or 6th had I not made some errors. So my riding was decent. Wasn't the best, but it was decent. I just needed a better start. That was it. So I had a fun time. It was great. First 30 minute in the league, fucking shout out. It was crazy. Like battling Damo, fucking Lil Pops. I know Drip has a different opinion because he got taxed a little bit more than I did, but I also got taxed. So I know how it feels. So, yeah. But shout out everybody out there. It's a lot harder than it looks, and it's a long fucking time if you're going from last place to 10th, unfortunately. But it was fun.
Say that again for the ones in the back. It's not as easy as it fucking looks.
It's not as easy as it looks. Nah. Going from last to 10th, I felt like fucking Chase in Hangtown last year.
Say, we were
hoping, right?
I was hoping you were gonna pull Chase Sexton out of you somewhere, man. But
bro, trust me. There were moments where I also thought that, and maybe I could climb to like a 5th, maybe 4th, but I just made a couple mistakes. And unfortunately, it is what it is. So I'll take the 10th. Fucking is what it is. I had fun. It was a great time.
Absolutely. Well, good to hear from Skirt. Did we get Barry in here by chance?
No, I don't think we got Barry in here.
Well, let's move to Kuno. Kuno, how are you feeling after that?
What's up? Feeling good with the second. Still, we got another moto to go. Try to hold my lines and not to crash, because I know that behind me they were kind of ending. It was hard, but yeah, feeling good with the second. Barry showed us that how fast it can be, and yeah.
Do you feel like your bike setup? You know, we were talking while you were out there. Do you feel like your bike setup is where it should be? Are you feeling comfortable on it? It looked like you were feeling a little uncomfortable, especially in the beginning of the race.
Let me see. I didn't get a good start at the beginning, but in the first lap, I couldn't position myself in a top 3, if I remember. Mm-hmm. And after that, as the race goes on, I felt some inconsistency on my bike, if I can say that. But yeah, I'm happy to hold the second, and yeah, night is not over.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to see you in Moto 2. Good job on the podium finish in second. Looks like we're not going to be able to get the winner in here, but maybe we can catch him after Moto 2.
Right.
Who got third place?
We don't have Handy.
Handy, yep.
Handy? Fucking Handy? Good job,
Handy.
Bro. If you're still in here, good job. That's fucking awesome.
He's not.
Oh, he's not? Fuck that guy. He's my boy, bro. It's all good. Yeah, good job to Handy, bro. He definitely got a better start than I did. So that's what you get. You get reward. Winners get rewarded. So good job.
Kuno left the party.
Take us off live.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm about to take us off live right now. All right, if you're watching, I'm gonna start the live over for 250 Moto 2. But if you want to watch it from how you watch the 450 Moto, go look in the comment, in the chat, and go to Drip's channel. So that's how you're gonna be able to watch it, how you just watched it on my channel. But if you want to watch my GoPro footage, quote unquote, stay here when I bring the live back up.